It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, I got off of work, and I'd gone to the gym after work, and they have a DirecTV there, but their box is so old that it's one of the original boxes that doesn't get the local channels. When DirecTV was new, the knock against them was you couldn't get local channels. DirecTV thought, oh, well, no one's going to want local channels, and it turns out that that's just not true. And so they did things, and now you can get local channels at DirecTV. But for years, cable would use that in their ad campaign as their competitive advantage, because the perception was that DirecTV still no longer offered local programming. And so the box at the gym is so old that it doesn't get the local programming. So I couldn't watch the All-Star Game. So I got to watch the World Series of Poker, which, you know, wasn't bad, even if it was from last year. But, and then because it was ESPN, you know, there's the crawl. And so I saw it was 2-0, National League. And I said, oh, well, whatever. And then got in the shower, got in the car, got gas, turned it on the radio. The game was on the radio. And J.D. Drew hit a home run while I was in the shower, and so now it's tied at 2. And so I'm listening to the game, and then the American League takes a 3-2 lead, and I was like, oh, man. Or the National League took a 3-2 lead, and I was like, oh, man, I wanted a game to go to extra innings, because then I would have baseball to watch when I got home. If I only knew that I was going to get what I wanted anyway. So I get home, and the game is in the 9th inning, and it's tied at 3, and I get 6 innings of baseball, which is pretty good considering how late I worked. And remember, on the West Coast, the game starts at 5. So usually, if a game starts at 5 o'clock, by the time I get home, it's already over. I got to see Dan Uggla have the best 8 minutes in sports. Double play, air. And I mean, he got nutmegged on the last one, right through his legs. It was hilarious. And then even like everyone just kept hitting the ball to him. Were they doing it on purpose? Hey, you never know. But everyone kept hitting the ball to him, and he did not want to be Dan Uggla. You know, you could have been the Red Sox fan in the stands getting heckled by fellow Yankee fans, and that would have felt better than being Dan Uggla. And then he comes up with, you know, runners in scoring position, and I was like, he's going to redeem himself. He's going to do like Patrick Rissmiller did in the playoffs a couple of years ago. Nope. He struck out. And then Evan Longoria came up, and then the American League had runners in scoring position, and I was like, he's going to do it again, and he's going to get MVP. First he hit the ground rule double, and you know, that run shouldn't even have scored, but they didn't even try to hold Sizemore on. People forget about that. If they even threw over once when Sizemore was at first, he probably wouldn't have stolen second. And then the ground rule double, he would have been at third, but oh well. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.